The first thing is that select-to-apply questions, I would say 90% of the questions that are in select-to-apply style of questions are education questions, meaning teaching question, whether it is teaching for the patient, teaching to the patient's family. So there's a lot of content involved in select-all-that-apply style of questions. So definitely you need to be strong in content in order to answer these type of questions correctly. Can you use some critical thinking on select-to-apply questions? Yes, absolutely. But it's more content than critical thinking. So the first thing that I want you to do when you're analyzing a select-to-apply question is that I want you to identify if it's definitely a teaching or an education style of question, but you need to identify if the question is positive or negative. I give you an example. You may face a question that says, which of the following client statements indicate correct understanding? Well, that is a positive question. Another question could be, which of the following client statements indicates the need for further teaching? Well, that is a negative style of question. Why is this important? Because it's going to make a difference if you're selecting the correct answers or not. So that's the first tip that I want to give you. Focus on the question, analyze the question, determine if it's an education or teaching question, and focus on identifying if the question is positive or negative. Once you got that solved, now you're going to look at each answer and you're going to convert each answer into a true or false statement. So you're going to analyze answer by answer and you're going to convert it into a true or false statement. Another thing that you're going to do is you're going to pay close attention and compare the different answers. Because in many situations, you're going to see that there are two answers that are opposite to each other. For example, apply ice versus apply heat. Well, it cannot be both. If you have two answers that are opposite to each other, usually one of them is incorrect. So this is a good tip, an important tip. Another thing is that I don't want you to be trigger happy. I don't want you to start clicking answers. Only select the answers that you are sure, that you feel confident in answering. Because remember, there's partial credit. But if you select an incorrect answer, the answers that you did selected correctly, you're going to lose points if you select an incorrect answer. So it is better if you feel sure only with two answers, select two. If you feel sure with three answers, select three. If you only feel sure with one answer, select one. Do not go trigger happy because you may lose points for answers that you already answered correctly.